Dozens of members of the Uyghur ethnic group protested in front of the Chinese consulate in Istanbul November 30th to remember the victims of a high-rise apartment fire in the city of Urumqi in China's Xinjiang region. One of the protesters was Mohammad Mehmet Ali, who lost his mother, Hirin Sahan Abdurrahman, and 4 siblings in the fire. The last time Ali had any contact with his family in China was in 2016. He says he found out about their deaths on social media.
At first, I couldn't believe it. 2 days after the incident, I saw a photograph of the dead body of my mother and my youngest sister. Then again, I looked closely on social media and found out that our building was on fire.
Ali left China to study in Turkey in 2016 when the Chinese government allowed Uyghurs, a Turkic minority group, to travel. The next year, Ali says his father and his eldest brother were taken to a Chinese detention camp. He does not know if they are still alive. China calls the camps vocational education and training centers. Researchers say an estimated 1 million people from Uyghur and other minority groups have been swept into detention camps in Xinjiang.
I do not want the world to remain silent when we are under such persecution, when people are burning like this.
Stop Uyghur genocide! Stop Uyghur genocide!
Protesters say the exits to the burning building were locked due to China's zero-tolerance COVID policy. Chinese authorities say at least 10 people died. Protesters claim the death toll is in the dozens.
Because of the lockup, people cannot get out from their house, actually, even though there's a fire. That's why 44 and the Uyghur people, including children, including like 8 months and a baby, died on the fire.
Local authorities are blaming the fire on a faulty electrical extension. The incident sparked protests across China and protests by Uyghur diaspora around the world, including in Istanbul and Washington. Demonstrators say China is imposing its COVID policy more strictly on Uyghurs.
The zero COVID policy is implemented to accelerate China's genocide policy against the Uyghurs because the application is not applied to the Chinese and the Uyghurs in the same balance. It is applied much more strictly to the Uyghurs.
There are reports some cities in China have relaxed COVID restrictions in response to the protests. For Umut Çalık in Istanbul, Turkey, Bejan Hamdard, VOA News.